Hey, thank you for joining me. I am the Divine Maverick with a message for you. Welcome if this is your first time joining me. If you've been here before, hey, you have a full rainbow of options after suffering in silence. But here's the thing throat chakra. Confidence is key at this time. So, me clearing my throat and then saying confidence is key, you have to speak up. You have learned by now. That's why you're here, because you've closed the cycle. This is a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment for you. You won brilliant success. You have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Your ancestors are saying, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. You're suffering in silence. Somebody, you, materialistic, root chakra. I'm seeing the color red everywhere right now. But it's about the lowest or the basest desires. What am I going to eat? What am I going to wear? How's it going to look? What should I do? What are they going to say? It's those kind of things. The ego is not our enemy. The ego can serve the soul. When we are out of balance, it's the other way around. The soul has to serve the ego. Well, the soul will just not. The soul will just rebel and shut down. That's why you feel empty. That's what we call the God spot. It's like this emptiness no matter what you do. You're not satisfied, okay? You want more and more and more and more and more. And so with this energy, I don't know if this is something you can identify with or somebody around you, but and again, the word materialistic keeps coming through, but you, right, that's what it is. Thank you. Somebody around you. Oh my goodness. Somebody from your childhood. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling. But someone who caused you a lot of stress, okay? There is another message coming through that if you have to, well, this will be a good time for you to go down, especially if you have a family member that it has a doctor's appointment. You should take them, or you've been asked to take them. That would be a good thing for you to do, okay? That message just felt like this just in, but just know that you have the freedom to do what you want. But there's a strong guidance here about taking a trip to your childhood home or something like that, because you're in a time of joy. You can be proud of yourself. You just have to have confidence, because there is a full rainbow of options that are available to you now. You have suffered in silence. You are one that I'm speaking to, someone who loves art and beauty, someone who has a love of family and home. That's why I'm saying you might have to go home, and it won't be the stress that you thought it would be. It won't be bad. It won't be bad. That's why my throat chakra needed clearing when we started the message. Because you've cleared the air, or some of you are about to clear the air. It's time to speak your truth. You've been journaling about it. You've been soaking, taking spiritual baths. And because this is a time for you of joyful accomplishment, because you are spiritually enlightened. You're not the same. And you no longer have to suffer in silence, because you're generous and you're practical and you're gracious. You have the ability to make anything more beautiful. So you can speak up now. Your voice is not only necessary, but it is welcomed. I'm hearing you are welcomed in this place. You're going to get a lot of balance, especially when it comes to teamwork and collaborating with other people, because you're going to be blending the ideas of other people with your own, and vice versa. I see a community for you. I see you getting justice. Libra energy is wanting to scream here, and we'll take it. But Archangel Zachiel, some of you might resonate with working with Archangel Z, because he's here helping us bring some balance. And there's a quote here that may be significant for some of you. It's a quote from Aristotle, Oh, he's an ancient philosopher. He says the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And that's really what the balance card is. Because there's ideas that you're going to be getting coming from multiple sources and efforts that are the result of it's not just one thing, it's not just one stream. And you've been journaling about this, okay? If you haven't been journaling about this, then to manifest this, amplify this energy, not only get a Heliodor, but get your journal and start writing, because when you write the vision, they that read the vision, meaning how are they going to read the vision? You have you're creating something extraordinary. You have a platform, you have a business, you have a project, you have an idea, you have something that you've been carrying, something that you have in store, that you just need to have confidence in everything that you do as it relates to this thing, whatever this thing is. But write it down in your journal as if it's already happened. All right, that you're living in it. I would often say to my son, and if you watch any of my videos, I know I've said this over the years since I've been out here, but I would say to my son as he was coming up, about manifestation and having that faith that what you say, what you believe will be yours, period. And I said, you have to literally feel your booty cheeks on that leather, that Italian leather in your sports car, Alfa Romeo or whatever it is that you're driving. But you have to literally feel, that's what I say, and so he would say, my booty cheeks, mom, things like that. But anyway, I'm like, I try to be graphic, and I don't mean graphic like, ew, I mean graphic like, ah. Some of you are graphic artists. Have confidence in all that you do. Start journaling. Take your spiritual bath. Some of you swim as for balance and for fitness. But be strong. You've had to be strong. You've been suffering in silence. You've had to be strong due to someone, some issue from childhood that caused you to lack confidence in yourself. But listen, your ancestors are saying you can be proud of yourself. You closed a cycle. Okay? You closed a cycle, and wow. So I like to put these cards out. This is my healer deck. I like to put these cards out so that you can allow your intuition. It's a visual thing. We're doing a couple of things here. You're hearing messages, but you're also using your eyes to see. As you can look at the colors, you can look, whatever's standing out to you, whatever it is your eye is drawn to, that is a message. God speaks in symbols. God speaks in many ways. Spirit is always trying to communicate with us, and Spirit is always communicating with us. So as you're looking at these different card messages, see what you see. What words are standing out to you? What is coming to your heart as your eyes are connecting to these messages, right? I needed to say that for somebody because it's like, I don't know. I don't want to go. There it is. So you found yourself always explaining, having to explain yourself, and because it seemed like nobody understood you, because really the truth is you were ahead of your time, booby. You were ahead of your time, beloved. Many times folks pass on to the other side and then they watch their legacy. They pass on before they see it come to fruition. Now don't start to, you're not gonna, if I die young, bury me in satin. I don't know why I'm okay, but if that's another thing. You closed the cycle of fear on that. That your confidence was so bad that you felt like nobody understood you, and nothing that you did mattered, because it seems like you just could not find your niche or find your place, and you were out of balance. So you were trying so hard to grasp and get it and give it. But you don't have to. You're finding now, I don't say that you don't have to do that. And you were doing things while suffering. You didn't say it. You didn't speak about it. Self-sabotage was working overtime. I'm going to send y'all to come out. They want me to show y'all that. Self-sabotage was working overtime here. See, look, woefully out of balance. But now you have teamwork and collaboration. You have people that will be coming in And some of you already have these names because they're in your journal. But you have people that are coming in. You have a love of family and home. You're going to get that. Believe that. You have a range in basule kanjaja. O belean santo kumanya ndio masalo umea yabe yabishi. O look what I'm see. No na maliachata. Put in the chat. I have a love and family of home. I have a love of family and home. I have a love of family and home. You have a rainbow full of options coming your way that have to do with writing, that have to do with natural oils, herbs, aromatherapy, spas, beauty, aesthetics, esthetician. You have justice coming your way from something that happened to you from your child. From your childhood. That wanted to take your voice. That wanted to zap you of your confidence. And your stability. Your ancestors want you to know you don't have to worry about yourself. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about time. You don't have to worry about family. You don't have to worry about love. You won't have to worry about anything. You don't. It is written. Some of you guys are going to be returning to your childhood home or meeting at the home of your child. Meeting at the home of your child. Some of you may be going home to meet a child. Some of you were riddled or racked with guilt or shame because of a early pregnancy. And it took your confidence, it zapped you of your confidence because you felt stigmatized. That's being removed now. Justice is coming. You suffered in silence with that shame and that heaviness. But it's being lifted now. Archangel Zadkiel is helping. There is another angel. Jophiel, he's here to help you celebrate. Somebody is seeing or feeling, even smelling rose. I smell rose petals and I see rose petals just falling all around you. You might even feel like little soft petals, very softly on your shoulders and maybe around about your third eye area. But this is a reminder that you are a perfect child of the divine. Archangel Jophiel is here to tell you that you are a perfect child of God. So this issue that stems from childhood having to do with shame and being stigmatized and feeling like you're not, I just heard you're not valid. You're not valid. I'm seeing invalid as well. So for some of you, it's like your legs were chopped off. The sun represents masculine energy, and I'm seeing like the eclipse, total eclipse of the heart. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely when you never come around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Some of you have an issue with your eyes, something about your eyes, maybe you were teased, or maybe something about your eye, about your eyes. Some of you were, again, punished, woefully punished, or placed in the closet, or against the wall, or face to the wall, because turn around. And all of these things, like these are phrases and symbolism, but I'm seeing even as you return to the wall, now you've turned into a wall. You've turned into something very stable, something solid. You have closed a cycle, and now there is a plethora of options. There is a full rainbow of options available for you right now. But you've got to believe this. You've got to have confidence. Speak your truth. Truth you shall speak. Truth you are. Know your truth. And that the truth will make you free. The truth will set you up. Oh, the truth meaning set you up for success. Somebody needs to tell their story, tell your truth, and it will set you up for success. Your ancestors are saying, journal, write it down. Any question you have, any query, any fear, any trepidation, anything that you have right now, because I'm talking to people that are coming into this. Those of you who know that you did it. You slayed the dragon, you wrestled the demons, you rolled with the pigs in the mud. I just heard pigs in the parlor. There's a childhood home again. There's a big message here about your childhood home. Some of y'all need to just go back just to stand on the land. Just to stand on the land. Dear God, dear son. Yeah. Just stand on the land. Your ancestors want you to stand on the land. They call you justice. Your name might be justice. But they call you justice. And justice is coming. And justice is strong. There is a plethora of opportunities that are coming to you now. People are going to help you build your vision. And if God did not empower you to do this, it would have fallen. That should comfort your heart. It would have fallen completely. Don't say, well, it did go slow. It was being prepared. It was marinating. It was waiting in the ethers. The best parts were waiting in the ethers, but you were doing the groundwork. You were doing the legwork. Oh, bye, say divine masculine. That's good right there. Hold on, y'all. When they get good like that to me, I have to write that down. Silly boy, I told y'all the journal. What did I say? Something about the leg. I'm going to send that down. So, let's get one card from the Witch's Wisdom deck. Queen of Pentacles is here. If I didn't say that, y'all, it's Queen of Pentacles is earth energy. Mother Gaia energy, nurturing energy, but very abundant, very stable, very, I'm going to say Nine of Pentacles, meaning you have the freedom now to do whatever you want to do. You have the freedom to now you are the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't worry about anything. She's logical and intuitive at the same time. Ethos. She lives by a certain code. She lives by a certain weed. Wicca could be somebody's sync right here. If you've been thinking about it, curious about it, maybe you want to discover a little more about it. But this is about the oh my goodness. I don't know what y'all are manifesting, but some of you are doing some very powerful ritual work, and you are just being reminded of intent. This message keeps coming through. You being reminded of your intentions. Be mindful of your intentions, and it's all about what Prince says, the condition of the heart. So it says, raise your standard and adopt some ethics. So this Queen of Pentacles is blessed. You close a cycle. You have raised your standard. You have some ethics. Like I said, you got a way. You live by a code. You understand the importance of the law or the threefold law and the principle of cause and effect. And this is why you were suffering in silence and you didn't want to say what you were going through because, you didn't believe it half the time. Like, I just cannot even believe this. And again, not only was your confidence coming into this a little shaky, at best, but it got even worse. But you have realized, or you're seeing that you have way more strength. You're strong. You're understanding how strong you are now. And because of that, that you're doing that, you understand the principle of cause and effect. And now you have so much coming to you because you've put in good seeds. When you were at your lowest, when it was the tightest, when it was the bleakest, when it was the darkest, when it was the scariest, you were still finding a way to seed the light, even in darkness. And you now have a full rainbow. So out of a storm, out of the chaos, out of the tornadoes and the hail and the windstorms, you are seeing the rainbow. I'm seeing a house in Oz that fell on the witch. Yeah, Remba ding dong, the witch is dead, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you have and somebody's learned what what they've done, what they've said towards you, or whatever they tried. They are receiving back. That's why that Prince song. Listen to the song "Condition of the Heart" by Prince. It's very important. And if not, for that alone, just to say what is the condition of your heart? Those of you who are about to go through this and still trying to make your way and understand, like, why am I going through so much lack? Why am I going through so much? So much. It feels like you are underweight. You are under a heavy weight, or under heavy burdens, right? There's a group of y'all I'm picking up. So see, this is how much you're loved. Your messages came through because you've been praying and you've been fasting and you've been pacing the floor at night and you've been swimming. You've been swimming to try to find your balance. Some of y'all feel like you've been swimming in debt, or maybe you're swimming in fear right now. Maybe you swim in anxiety. Maybe you've been swimming with sharks, like literally people around you that are biting you or trying to harm you. You know what I mean? Or you now discovered that you were swimming with sharks. You know what I mean? You had to get out of the water. Something about jaw. Somebody has very, very big cheeks or a very prominent jawline. So the person I'm talking to, you dealing with somebody, or this is you, but you have like a very prominent jawline. Somebody got a strong jaw. Somebody even gets teased that they have they're like a superhero. You built like a superhero is what I hear, but not in that way. I'm talking about the superhero with the big, big chest and then that little narrow waist. It's almost like a cartoon character. So all of these messages are letting you know that your guide, your ancestors are like, listen, you have so much ahead of you. Please believe. Literally, please believe. Have confidence in all that you do. Your situation that you are in now, coming into this abundance, is because, like I said, of the seed you planted. So all you have to do is open your heart and trust. I got quiet because I was looking at the book and I was like, dang, I just said that. My goodness. But anyway, the point is, again, I'm going to remind you again, the law of three. Okay? Harm ye none. Do as ye will. Harm ye, don't hurt anybody. Do what you want, but don't harm anybody. It's something you live by. Those of you who are at the precipice, you have governed yourself, and that's why justice is here for you, and you have opportunities that you are about to step into. Shout out to the ones that are that are in this heavy place, and the title caught your eye because you've been suffering in silence, and you were like, well, I'm not there yet. Stop saying that. The start journaling message is for you to write down your hopes and dreams as if you are already doing it. Okay? So you've been drawn to this message. That's how much your ancestors love you, and that's just how on point you are. I don't care what it looks like. This had to happen, Maktub. It is written. This is already written. Every hair on your head is numbered. Every day of your life has already been measured. Asalun, lived. Okaisia. Yes. Now imagine this. You came back to have the best time of your life. You came back for this. So have confidence in all that you do. Start journaling. Start journaling. And know that you are going to close this very, very difficult cycle of lack, shame, poverty, stigmas, marginalization, swimming in debt, swimming in fear, all of that. Just see it going into a big cause they're showing me a tarp, but it's black. It's all spread out in a square. It's pretty huge, and there's just things being dumped like if you could pick up a landfill and just dump it over like a trash can. That's what I'm seeing. See in the earth, but the whole like land is dumping its trash, and it's like there's a purging going. There had to be a up and out, up and at 'em, especially if you wrestled with being materialistic. It's all about the accoutrement. You know what I mean? So now you've learned that you were stripped of all of that. You were stripped of the clutter and the unnecessary. And you got to bare minimum, and you did it all by yourself. You did it all in silence. Yes, you had certain people you spoke to, but I'm saying that the heavy lifting, Siligonyama, was done by you alone. You in spirit. Siligonyanja, Mondagasio. So through that lesson, you have learned how to balance yourself, because you've learned your own codes. You are integrating your soul, and it's so beautiful to watch. So have confidence in all you do. I know I was talking in two different times and putting them all together and blending them in, but that's because you're going to be blending the ideas or blending the concepts, or these integrations happen, and they happen on the fly, but you'll get it. Trust me, your soul is leading and guiding you. Whatever you did not catch, watch the video a few times, but in your dream state and just in your subconscious is catching it. Just there it is again, have confidence, okay? I believe that's all we have. I believe that's the message. We'll give one more guardian angel advice card. And I think that's it. So yes, just get ready for all those blessings to come in. Know that it will, you're growing through this, and it will be well. And if you want to use that Heliodor to build your confidence, that's the energy of confidence. And also write the affirmation in your journal. I am confident in all that I do. Y'all, if you want to help yourself, go to my website, TheDivineMaverick.com. I have meditations that you can purchase, as well as t-shirts, books on there. You can enroll in the Maverick Academy and meet with me every Thursday live via Zoom for high-level conversations like this. We go a little deeper than I do in the videos here, but we go pretty deep in the videos here as well. Also, we could talk one-on-one if you like. I'd like that. I love to work with the collective. I love to, like really roll my sleeves up. And Love and Light session or Rejuvenate session, all of it's energy healing. And we're just going to talk about whatever you want to talk about.